the state of Nebraska. I'm just going to start by giving you an overview of Farmer's Edge, so kind of an introduction for you. So Farmer's Edge is a data-driven agronomic company. We are heavy into data management and collecting the data and putting it into a form where you can use it to make better decisions on your farm. So kind of the way where we got our start was back in 2005. We started out as a crop consulting firm with a focus on variable rate technology. Getting into 2014, we launched our Smart Solutions platform, and that is where we started to get into the data management side of things, with actual collection of data and helping our customers get insights out of that information. So how do we do that? We do that through a bunch of different, excuse me, I got ahead of myself here. So what makes us different from other companies is that, like I said, we were formed by two agronomists that had a passion for agriculture, and they kind of built the company from the ground up. We have boots on the ground, so as far as all the services that we provide, we actually have people that come out and help you work through the information and help you get that information out that you want, the different insights, and they'll identify things. I've actually seen situations where a guy accidentally forgot to put fertilizer on in a part of the field, and then we use that as a test plot for the remainder of the season, basically, to see, did that hurt us, or how badly did that hurt us, or did it actually work out in our benefit? We are an independent company, so we're not tied to any seed, fertilizer, chemical companies, or anything like that, and so all of the data that we collect belongs to you, the farmer. We don't share it with anybody without your permission. We're brand agnostic, or as I like to call it, colorblind. We don't care what your equipment is. If you're running Case or Kloss or John Deere or anything else out there, we'll work with just about everything. We are also I lost my spot here. So the data is, we pride ourselves on making sure that the data is very accurate and reliable. And as I said before, unbiased, because we don't work with any seed or chemical companies or anything like that. So we want to give you as accurate of information as possible. And then also everything is very integrated. So all the different sources of information that we provide is all provided to you on one platform called Farm Command. And then also we work with a lot of stuff as far as AI to do crop modeling and analyzing information along the lines of like our satellite imagery and stuff like that. So the tools that we provide, like I said before, we provide satellite imagery, but it is daily satellite imagery. We have weather stations and moisture probes. We have telematic devices that we call CAN plugs that actually collect as applied information, yield data, all that kind of stuff. We have a built-in scouting app that allows you to take pictures, take notes, and it geo-references out in the field. And then we also get into soil sampling and have agronomists on staff that make recommendations and provide prescriptions and all that to help you be as profitable as possible. Some of the other stuff that we're getting into, we work with a lot of different sides of agriculture. So we have a partnership with Lindsay on the irrigation side of things. We're working pretty closely with them on their Field Net Advisor platform. We work with equipment dealers. In particular, we have a partnership with CNH, and so we are their telematics source. We also work with insurance. We're starting to get into crop insurance to help with the reporting of all the information that they have to report as far as acres, planting dates, and then yield production off that field. And then we're also going to be working on helping with getting claims in faster through our satellite imagery. And then we also have partnerships where we work with ag retailers if they're looking for a piece to help them collect information to help you guys work on the farm a little bit better. Okay, so if anybody has any other questions about anything, they can always reach out to us through our email. The people here at TAPS, they can also get you in contact with me, or I can steer you in the right direction. And so now I'm just going to bump over to a little bit of a demonstration of our actual actual platform. So when you log into Farm Command, and the people here can provide you with a login to get all this information so that you can take a look at it yourself. But when you log in, you will see this. This is the main page that you'll come to. What's that? Oh, it's not showing. How about that? There we go. Okay. So this is what you'll see when you log in, and they can provide you with the login. It's one login for everybody. And so what you can do then is you can click here on the left side. If you click on the 3 bars, it will expand this and show you what each one is. The main things that you're going to focus on are going to be the maps. And so what you do is you'll just click on it. Some of this stuff I've already got pulled up. But you'll click on the field that you want to look at, and then you'll click on this button right here that will show you the different layers. And then across the bottom, it's going to show the different layer options that we have available. You're probably going to want to focus on the scouting maps and the variation maps. And so on a scouting map, you'll click on down here at the bottom. I've already got them loaded up here. But you can scroll through and you can look at all the images that are available. So this is from last season, so I'll just go through one of these and kind of give you an example. I would recommend sticking with the ones that have green around the box because that is our higher resolution satellite provider. It's at 3-meter accurate, or 3.1 meter resolution. And so basically this is just an expanded version of an NDVI image. So what we did is, rather than just give you the really bland colors, we actually are highlighting the differences in the field. And so if you want, what you need to do if you're going to be looking at these images, you're going to want to click on this information bar at the bottom. You can hide it then, and it's going to show you how much variation there is, because red looks bad, but it may not actually be that bad. So if it says low variation, there's not much to worry about. If it says higher variation, then that's where you need to kind of take a look and see what you've got. A variation map is probably the thing that most people are going to want to pay the closest attention to, and this is operating off a different band of light than NDVI. And so what it is it's allowing you to see things on an image before they become yield limiting. So I'll bump over to another image and kind of give you an example of what they look like. This tends to be mostly useful in before canopy. Once you get beyond that, it's not really worth looking at. But basically the same thing goes for the variation map as it does with the scouting. You want to click on the information and it'll tell you, it's not there at the moment. Anyway, basically if it's showing up as a purple, a darker color of purple, that means you've got something going on that can't be yield limiting. Sometimes that stuff will show up one day and disappear the next because corn can grow out of it, but sometimes it will continue to progress and it'll actually display itself in season. Then the other piece that I would focus on is the weather side of things. So you click on this box over here on the left where it says weather, and this is going to allow you to get up real-time information as far as the weather is concerned, but it's also going to allow you to dive into the historical information. So obviously you can get on here anytime and just see what the weather is like right here. But then you can also, it's not one to load. It tends to work better with Chrome if you're trying to log into it. We don't have that right now, so we're on Firefox. Here we go. So up at the top, if you click on historical, you can get in here and you can dive deeper into what's been going on over a longer period of time. So obviously most of you guys aren't going to be laying eyes on the field on a daily basis. So you can go ahead and get in here and you can put in the dates that you want. And this can either be done daily or hourly, but you can select the dates that you want. So we'll just go back. Go June 1st. So it'll run a report basically, and it'll give you all the information. So as you can see, in that time frame, we had 13 inches of rain total. It's going to give you average rain or wind speed and all that kind of stuff. But you can also get down in here and you can look at the information on graphs on a daily basis. And do that with the temperature, you can do that with the rainfall, and then you can also get more information right here down below on a daily basis with just the actual numbers. Also, if anybody has any interest in getting rainfall notifications, we can get it set up so that you get an email. Anybody in the group can get this email where it will show you the rainfall for each day. So you'll just receive an email and it'll say you got this much rain. So that's the main things that you guys will probably want to focus on as far as the TAPS program. If you're doing this on your individual farm, we would get deeper into the as-applied information, that kind of stuff. But this is what I would focus on for what you guys are doing with this. So, are there any questions? Yep.
How far back are you able to look at like the imagery archive?
I believe we can go back 2 years. I don't think we have anything beyond that because I don't think the company that we had the imagery from, that our provider had anything